Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having an incredible day. To start things off, altcoins have taken the spotlight away from Bitcoin, despite Bitcoin's strong bounce in the last few days amid a broad crypto rally over the weekend. The smart contract platform Cardano is having an impressive week as the cryptocurrency is nearly up around 12% at the time of writing, printing a low of 6 cents to a high of 7 cents in the last 24 hours. Cardano continues to surge days after Cardano creator Charles Hoskinson revealed the time frame for the launch of Shelly, which is Cardano's next major upgrade. I think he said it'll begin, so saith him, on the 9th of June. And I think the full rollout is to be expected by the 30th of June. That is 9 days to 30 days away. So here we go. Cardano competitor, I would say other way around. Ethereum is also spearheading the altcoin charge. The second largest cryptocurrency by market cap is up by over 5%, posting a 24-hour low of 218 and a high of $244.05. The cryptocurrency's rally comes in the midst of anticipation of I mean, I'm so excited. Like, you have no idea. Like, between Ethereum 2.0 and, I mean, even more so for Cardano for the price surge, like, everything keeps floating around the same exact time frame. Asset ranking platform Weiss Ratings highlights that altcoins were more bullish than Bitcoin in the week ending the 20th of May. In the previous week, the Weiss Large Cap Crypto Index, which is made up of the 10 largest coins, dominated by Bitcoin, rose 3.14%. Meanwhile, the Weiss Mid-Cap Crypto Index is up 7.4% over the same stretch, led by Cardano's resurgence. So, yes, at the moment, altcoins are kind of doing great. It's nice to see the market up in green. I think Bitcoin tried over the last 24 hours. No, first of all, it succeeded. Bitcoin hit 97.50, I believe it was. And of course, there's always a bit of a retracement, move backment in Bitcoin's price. I think it's currently around 95.50, somewhere around there. This one says Ethereum nears $250 after massive weekend jump. How close is $300? Ethereum erupts 10% higher. Here's why analysts think more upside is imminent. Logically, we have only had, even if you just focus on the news of massive amounts of accumulation, the last 3 to 4 months have been absolutely wicked when it comes to people buying up as much cryptocurrency as possible. We can even focus on, once again, one company, Grayscale. I mean, if you're buying up 150% more than all the Bitcoin that's even been mined, and also I think they also, what was the thing with Ethereum? I don't remember their Ethereum numbers, but they're also they've indicated that they're heavily bullish on Ethereum, and I assume it has to do with the forthcoming Ethereum 2.0. But I think Cardano, just mathematically, is going to give it a bit of a run for its money. The previous all-time high was $1.30. And that was before we had Shelly or any major upgrade staking thing. Because if staking really works out for Cardano and they really get it right, as they say that they have, one should assume it could probably go from the all-time high of $1.30 to at least $2. Just gonna throw that out there. Anyway, yeah, that's the price news. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up, the Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority, my goodness, or FINMA, has authorized Encore Bank to carry out digital asset transactions, allowing customers worldwide to access and transact within the bank. The official announcement represents an important step in creating a blockchain-friendly environment across the EU banking sector. Encore Bank becomes the first Swiss business-to-business bank approved to operate within the crypto sphere. The firm now allows the institutional clients to trade, hold, and transfer digital assets. FINMA has also allowed the bank to develop its tokenization capabilities. Speaking with FinNews.ch, Mark Dambacher, CEO of Encore Bank, praised the announcement. Of course he's going to. He owns the bank. I mean, what are you going to do? He said, our customers benefit in one fell swoop from the expansion to the new asset class without having to invest in infrastructure and new processes themselves. And this while maintaining the usual security standards and how we build the bridge to traditional asset classes, end quote. This is a major thing right now. They're, what's the word? Banks and institutions are looking to now custody cryptocurrencies or simply digital assets. There's a huge race right now in who is going to be digitizing all of these assets. And also it comes down to the fact that if it appears that many countries around the world are going to be tokenizing their currencies, fiat paper currencies, into a digital form, banks probably want to also have a very easy way to custody them as well, because the theory, I mean, not even the theory, what it was before is pretty much if you were a bank and you wanted to hold US dollars and euros and Swiss francs and pounds and this and that, you had to have all of these things in your coffers. If it's all digital, it's just sitting on a couple of computers, probably a computer. And that's, I mean, you can custody without really needing any actual extra space. Anyway, so yeah, this was kind of slightly all over the place. I mean, cool, awesome, amazing, happy for them. This was going to, happen in some sort of way. We already had news before that the crypto valley within Switzerland was already quite popular, and I assume other banks are also going to be going down the same exact route as well. If everything's going to be digitized, or if a huge amount of these things are going to be digitized, especially when we end up having, which is also going to be really weird, when you can like digitize portions of real estate and custody those portions of real estate with a bank or any other custody service. That's also going to be kind of odd. Like, I own 15% of that house and it's kept in that bank. Kind of weird. Anyway, that's the Swiss bank FINMA authorization in core news. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up, Kingdom Trust, a South Dakota-based custodian managing more than $13 billion worth of assets, is closely eyeing the tokenization sector. Exactly what I was just talking about. Speaking to Cointelegraph, Kingdom Trust Chief Executive Ryan Radloff revealed that the firm wanted to tokenize the more than 20,000 alternative crypto and legacy assets that it currently offers custody services for. He said, if you look beyond just Bitcoin at the clash of alternative investments like REITs or real estate investment trusts, gold, land, and other things that Kingdom custodies, this is a prime environment for the clash between blockchain technology, tokenization of assets, and the 20,000 assets that we currently hold. Nice for them. As an established custodian with a 6-figure user base, over 20,000 supported assets, Radloff asserts that Kingdom Trust is uniquely positioned to capitalize on the emerging tokenization sector. He said, besides Bitcoin, we've got 20,000 other assets that we already custody, and we hold $13 billion of other assets right now. So this is not like just some startup company kind of testing the waters with Bitcoin. This is a $13 billion custodian that holds billions of dollars for institutions, really tooting their own horn, and for retirement accounts. And Bitcoin is the single fastest growing part of our business. The point that I care about is not only the tokenization. First of all, there's no real answer as to where the tokenization of all these things is going to lie or on which platform. Who knows? For me, it's the fact that they have announced that they are actually holding Bitcoin and the fastest growing part of their business, which means that a lot of their clients are probably allocating portions of their wealth and or their money into the cryptocurrency space, and more specifically into Bitcoin. And also, for those of you who've watched the channel before, it is the retirement accounts. While I do believe, especially if you've been watching the new channel I have, that everyone should start their own businesses or retire early or have some type of financial independence, for those of you who are other people out in the world, don't know who you are, who plan on working to the illustrious age of 65, the idea of retirement accounts, love it. You know, have some type of a thing to lean on when you retire. And also we're beginning to see the advent of retirement accounts denominated in Bitcoin, which is going to be spectacular for so many of these companies and businesses who really get in early and starts. I mean, when we start having more things like this denominated exclusively in Bitcoin, as far as like, for those of you who've never looked into a retirement account, they tend to have time frames. So you'll see like they'll be called, for instance, like retirement 20, retirement 30, retirement 40, retirement 50. And it's kind of like, in how many years would you like to retire from this moment? So it was like retirement 30, You start putting money into that account over the years, and in 30 years, you are then able to access it. Sometimes you can access it before, but if they're denominated in cryptocurrencies, that means that they are, in essence, seeing a long-term, super long-term outlook for Bitcoin. We'll get these numbers one day, but if we keep hearing people talking about that in the next 8 years, Bitcoin is meant to be over $1 million. What is Bitcoin's price going to be 30 years from now? So anyway, this was kind of all over the place as well. I think the news, anything about the tokenization of anything within the cryptocurrency space always rings a few bells. No word as if they're going to put this onto Ethereum, onto Cardano, onto Badamada. But I like that we keep getting the news that major institutions have been buying up Bitcoin. Because if you are essentially holding Bitcoin, what you are holding gets rarer, and the rarer it gets and the demand stays there, mathematically, you know what takes place. Yeah. Let's move on. In sure, why not news, the Russian police launched a criminal investigation against a former Russia regional post office chief. Wow. Who managed to mine cryptocurrency through the office's network in a town in Mrnavati, located in the south of the country. According to a report published by a local news outlet, RNS, the SU the SU Investigative Committee of Russia for the Stavropol region, the former branch chief is suspected of illegally installing and mining cryptocurrencies with professional hardware. Wow, super illegal. Using the company power grid for nearly 6 months. How terrible. How dare he? The scheme established by the suspect was traced back to September 2019. According to local authorities behind the investigation, the Federal Post Office Service of Stavropol Territory suffered damages. Wow. Of 427 US dollars. That, I mean, I've never seen a number that high in my entire life. That's almost criminal. The accused will be charged with abuse of power as established by the Criminal Code of, I mean, come on, stop it. Of the Russian Federation. The investigative committee is still in the evidence collection phase. Furthermore, the identity of the person detained by the police was not $427 worth of electricity over the course of 6 months. As the investigation is still ongoing and the criminal charges indictment has not yet been filed. I mean, please, justice save us all. This happens all the time. There was if you Google it, there was an article a couple of years ago. There was an employee, and I assume multiple employees at Google who were stealing their computing power because, Google has pretty powerful computers. There are people who take it from Wi-Fi, other mining ways. There was that teacher in China who was also taken in because he was mining ether in the classroom next to him. You have to think of how absurd the world actually is when, like, I understand, like, I get it, like, I'm not an idiot, like, I actually do understand, but then again, it's also like, he plugged in some extra stuff into the wall, and he was creating, like, 427 over the course of 6 months. What is that, 30 a month? Give or take. Anyway, yeah, this was actually all over the place. This was a very big news thing, and I'm not sure if it was simply because of the nature of the crime. This is also a very weird picture to show somebody magnetizing coins coming from a machine. I mean, it's very clever, if you will, but I mean, it's kind of like people deeming it illegal for you to own numbers on a screen. Like owning Bitcoin, like actually owning it, not trading it, is actually illegal in many countries. And it's like, if you look at Bitcoin on a screen, like if you have a Coinbase account or a Kraken account, and you look at, they're just numbers on a screen. Like imagine this sentence being illegal. It's it's all kind of odd. Anyway, this will continue to happen. People will continue to figure out ways to get the gold by plugging in things into a wall. It's just a shame that, I mean, I feel like a more accurate thing would have been to simply fine him and be like, whatever electricity you took, you have to pay 10 times that amount. Like a $4,000 bill for doing that stops you right in your track and you go, okay, crap, I won't do it again. And then just tell them, don't do it again or the fine will be doubled. That stops people very quick. But to reprimand someone for, I mean, it's a different time, I guess. That's that news. And let's move on. What a weird, we live in a stupid world. And to finish things off, Binance Smart Chain will run parallel to the company's existing Binance Chain. But in comparison with Binance Chain, it brings numerous features to the Binance ecosystem, the main of which is to support smart contracts. Digital exchange Binance has launched Rialto, a testnet of its new Binance Smart Chain. Binance Smart Chain will serve as a parallel blockchain of the Binance Chain to retain the high performance of the DEX blockchain, as well as to enable smart contracts. There's the little tweet right there. According to Binance, the Rialto testnet is the very initial version of Binance Smart Chain. With Rialto, the developers will test the cross-chain transfer of BEP2 tokens, smart contracts designed and launched, Binance staking, okay, and cool, and choice of Binance staking. Okay, and choice of validators. The proposed network will run parallel to the... Why do they keep using the word parallel? Like we know that it's going to be parallel. Binance Chain is a fast and secure decentralized digital asset exchange based on the highly performant matching engine built on distributed consensus. The point is, Binance keeps creating things that a lot of people are speculating are meant to rival and or compete with Ethereum. The people from Binance have said, no, we're not competing. At this point, to be honest, why the heck not? Many people before in the past have told me and have asserted that they believe that there should be as many cryptocurrencies as possible, that they believe that if we are in a free, decentralized cryptocurrency market, therefore let it ride. So I guess if Binance is creating Binance Chain, and now they're creating Binance Smart Chain, that will allow them to have smart contracts, which used to be the main selling point for Ethereum. And if they can do quicker, faster transactions that allow more people to get into the cryptocurrency space and allow people to send money rapidly around the world at low cost in a decentralized manner, then by all means, go for it. There were a lot of, I guess, hubbub about it last year. Even earlier this year, people talking about that Binance should not be making it because it's, I mean, stop it. I mean, come on, stop. Come on. So good for them. I hope it goes well. Still fascinated, still quite fascinated. It is fascinating that there's no Coinbase chain, that Coinbase hasn't really tried to get into this space. I could have even seen a Gemini chain, but I feel like the Gemini twins will probably have something like this in 7 years when we've moved on from this. Anyway, that's the Binance news. No one should, I mean, Binance is doing everything humanly or digitally possible to have a stronghold on the space, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. Yeah, good for them. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunby University, Oscar Maldonado, Utopia569, Yasha Harari, Moonman High XRP, The Pothead, Joshua Vineyard, Martin Stoyer, Chongololo, Tsongololo, oh, nope, I said, oh, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, and Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Gracing, Moher Maroney, Massive Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Crypto Joe, Bankroll Network, Adobo, Crypto Artist, Cold E3D, Nicholas for North One Piece One Love, Damien Setsuna, Nick Kanai, Richie Richard III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangialavori, Anthony Charles, Jim Garner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller, His Chest Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Arfmedic17, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Pray La Michelle, URL, and hold on, I have to sneeze. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the new channel. Thank you to everyone who is a member of this channel who clicked the little join button below. And thank you to everyone who is a clicker of affiliate links. At the moment, Bitcoin is currently at 94.80. There's been a drop in price since I started the video. It was like 95.50. I'm pretty sure it was around there. This is the 9,700 something that we had around the evening when we all slept in our beds. XRP was up by 5% before I started. It is currently up by 1.52. I assume it has to do with this little downtrend right here. Cardano still up by 14%. Not really surprised. It's been 3 years coming, and we are finally here. What else was there? Lumens is up. What was the other really crazy one? I think it was IOTA's up by almost 10%, and I think it was VeChain Thor is up by a smidge below 17%. A lot of the market is just not up at all. A lot of it is, I mean, red, like super mega red. But yeah, that's the news for today. I do hope that you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.